This is what I came for this region for. This is what I wanted to try. Good morning and welcome back. So this is where the bike stayed last night, kind of in this courtyard, and they call it a garage. I think this is really cool. I love this idea of an open air, kind of a courtyard, garage. I love this. I have to tell my head, so I have fallen on my pannier a couple times, which now it's no longer waterproof. And there was probably, I don't know, a quarter inch of water that kind of all pulled into one corner, that so it accumulated to be like an inch of water in the bottom of my pannier. So I had to sop it up this morning. We are packed up, ready to go. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so a little bit later, but I'm okay with that. Although we have a big drive today. I think we got about 5 hours of riding, and that 5 hours of riding usually means about 7 or 8. So it's another long day. A couple of things we want to go do. One is I want to go see the Basalt Waterfall. It just looks super, super cool. So this is gonna be our day that we go into Hungary and get another country on our list and start to see and explore another country. So I'm excited about that. And other than that, let's get moving. The day looks incredible. There's not a cloud in the sky. We got about an hour and a half to get to the Basalt Waterfall. And let's start making our way out of here. How beautiful is today? God, look at this. So as you can see ahead of us, we left that town quickly. We were out within a matter of half a mile. But we're on the road. Let's get going. First time. We're gonna cross it a couple times today, but first time. Welcome to Hungary. We made it to Hungary. How cool is this? Another country. Man, one more country. I'm excited about this one too. Man, you come around the bend and that just pops out. Wow. Look. I think it's in the driveway. Sometimes locations just surprise you. Did not expect this. So we're at Somoska, and here is a geopark that is on the border of Hungary and Slovakia. I came for the Basalt Waterfall, but this is here as well. I wasn't expecting this. Let's go see what this is. There's no information about this, so my gut tells me this is another 15th century castle that in disrepair, right? In ruins. just in the form of how it's structured, where it sits right on top of the hill, kind of overlooking. And you'll see another one kind of right here. And here I think is, because you can see there's a window kind of where there's a window where I'm sitting, and it actually kind of goes outward. So my assumption is this is for somebody to fire something here and have a good kind of 90 degrees of reach, maybe even a little bit less than that, but to have a reach around. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's keep exploring. So they've done a really good job of keeping that preserved, and you can see the wood around the top. That's obviously relatively new, so they're trying to keep that going. But the rest of it is pure ruins. Stunning. So what we really came for was the Basalt Waterfall. Basalt is a type of rock, and some geologists can correct me on this. I'm not a geologist. I just find this really fascinating in how things were formed, and it's pretty. But these basalt, or this basalt rock forms in either, I think, 6 or 8-sided columns when it forms. And that's what we actually came to see, because it actually creates a waterfall here, and we'll get there in a minute. But you can see that this castle, using the rock, local rock, the basalt rock, to create the castle walls. Well, that's really cool. So we're kind of in one of the castle walls. And here's an interesting way you can tell they used the stones. You can see some of them are laid up and down, vertically. And then if you pull out a little bit, you can see some of them are stacked on top of each other. Really cool. So we're at the Basalt Waterfall. So this is just really cool. And you can see, and they say it's 5 or 6-sided columns. And this is, and it's the way that the basalt, I guess, cools. And you can tell that it's created this waterfall kind of effect. It's really cool. And I think you see a lot of this, or I think it's probably the most famous place is in Giant's Causeway, which has this. And I think the site was probably, I've never been to Giant's Causeway. I hear it's amazing. But this is the waterfall, but this entire mountain is of this style, and they used it to build the castle, and that's how it was found. How cool is this? So where we were earlier at the castle is called Hrad, I'm saying it, H-R-A-D, Hrad Šomoška, which I think Hrad means castle in Slovakian. But here's what I just learned. There are 0 denominated euros. So I paid money for a 0 euro. So if you look at euros, they all look kind of, they're interesting, but they're bland, right? Like this one, this is a 20 euro note. And you'll notice these windows, they could be from any country, right? There's nothing to signify what country this is from. None of them have pictures, none of them have photographs or depictions of people. They're all generic castles or windows or those kind of things. Because the euro is a true multinational currency. It's actually used by 19 different countries as their official currency. In order for countries to be able to print, famous or important elements of their country onto euros, like the British puts the Queen on there and puts, I think, Westminster Abbey, and puts Buckingham Palace on it. The US has presidents, and it has the Washington Monument, and it has the Senate buildings and those kind of things. So in order for Europe and European countries to do that, Europe the EU authorized zero-denominated euros. This one happened to be the Basalt Waterfall here in Somoska. And they're all souvenirs. They're zero-denominated. You can't spend them. But I thought that was really cool to be able to have your country's important elements on a currency like every other country in the world, except these guys couldn't. Kind of cool. Anyway, this was a cool spot. And let's get back on the bike and let's get moving. Super cool. I'm glad we came. It's neat to see kind of unique places. I like it. Anyway, we are now leaving Somoska. We have got about a 3.5 hour ride to the next spot. I didn't realize it was that far. So we've got a ways to go. Sit here in the shade and find a place to go stay for the night. Let's do that. So we found a place in, I think it's Tokaj. Tokaj? So we're in that town, the wine making town. And I think this place has its own wine cellar. So let's go learn a little bit about wine tonight. How's that? And we're only about 30 minutes away, so we'll get there by 5:10, which will be perfect. Enough time for us to get out of the gear, shower, get the bike put away, and go have a wine night. How's that? I like it, and learn a little bit. We are close. Vasco Panzio. That's it right there. Let's go find out. So, this is what I came for this region for. This is what I wanted to try. This is the Tokaj. This is the turquoise ferment. This is the muscat, which is supposed to be sweet. And this is Tokaj Azu. This is what this region is known for. So you can tell the color, right? Kind of clear, strawish, if you will, light, right? Almost clear, very, very light, very dark, amber, and you can see it reflect off my shirt. It's cool, kind of cool looking, but you can tell really a dark amber, rich. This is
the Tokaj that I was expecting. So, haven't tasted it, let's try it. By the way, this stuff is meant to be drank in like small, super small, about a third of what we would normally drink of regular wine glasses, right? So for normal wine glasses, 6 to 8 ounces, you'd normally do about 2, maybe 3, because it's super sweet. But with that, haven't tried it, let's try it. That's amazing. That is so good. Super sweet. Ooh. Multiple layers. So as you drink it, right, if you're a wine guy or a wine person, you can taste things as kind of as you swallow it, and as it clears your mouth and clears your tongue, those kind of things. So you get the viscosity, thick, just covers the mouth. And you get super, super ripe, like pears, which is all that sugar. And then at the end, you just douse it. It's just doused of honey, super rich, super sweet, with that honey flavor. So, because you don't see this in the States very often, and we don't drink it very often. So this is what I wanted to try. What an incredible day. So to, first of all, go to Hrad or Castle Somoska, super cool. And then get to see the Basalt Waterfall, so cool. I think it's such a neat thing to see, kind of Mother Nature in action and see how she formed. It's just cool. To then come into Tokaj and kind of do a wine tasting. It was fantastic. I don't think I realized how close we were to this region. And so I didn't put it on my plans. So this was a really cool surprise. And to try the ferment, which is kind of a new wine, only kind of, I think it started to come out in 2000. So kind of a new dry wine coming from this region, but then also to really taste the super sweet, botcha-sized wine that this region is known for was fantastic. So all in all, just another, and the weather, right? We got to go back. So 2 days ago, the weather was horrendous. And today could not have been better. It was gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky. So fantastic day today. I'm gonna end it here, and after 5 glasses of wine, 2 at dinner, the ferment, the muscat, and then the true Tokaj super sweet one, so 5 glasses of wine. It's bedtime. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later. See ya.